If there's one thing we're really good at dealing with here at Outside Extra, it's jump scares.
Oh, Jesus.
Did I say good? I meant, Jump scares, when something freaks you out by happening extremely suddenly and loudly, are found in many a game, and usually involve a bowel-emptying surprise attack by some snarling deadly enemy, like this bit in Resident Evil where a dog jumps through a window. Still got me, somehow. But not every scare is worth the jump. Often, in a real jerk move, a game will jump scare you with something that turns out to be entirely benign, and you sit there feeling like a lemon for screaming the house down over nothing. Here then are the jump scares that were total false alarms. Along the way, beware spoilers and jump scares for the following games. Save me, Jigglypuff.
Isaac, can you hear me? Dana, I found Isaac Clarke. Repeat, I have him.
Great work, Franco.
Dead Space 2 wins the award for the least chill opening in video game history. The judges sent them an award and a dry cleaning bill. This opening sequence throws everything at you, literally, as you run helpless through a nightmare corridor of necromorphs. Run! So when you finally have your hands free but are armed with only a flashlight, it's safe to say that you're not feeling your bravest as you head down to the patient recreation area. Here all the lights are out and everyone home is, well, dead. And seeing as dead things don't always stay dead around here, you're understandably on edge. Worse still, the locator showing the route you have to take doesn't let you use your flashlight at the same time, meaning that you're constantly having to brave the darkness to see where you're supposed to be going. I'm sure there's a lovely metaphor in that, but right now I'm just freaking out about the spiky flesh monsters. Many of which you can still hear in the distance, by the way, as you walk along before getting to this ominous-looking guy in a chair and... Yes, the screen behind him flashes into life with a horrible static sound, revealing a fake window scene and some harsh truths about how you're a total scaredy cat. Not only is it nothing, but it sets you up to be on edge for the rest of the game as you wait for the next inanimate object that wants to give you a heart attack. Yeah, I mean, nice try, Pipe. I was ready for that one. Stupid Pipe. Think I'd be scared of it.
Anna! What's going on? Where's my sister going?
It's fine. She just can't take a joke.
It was just a prank, Han. What did you do?
We're just messing around, Beth. It wasn't serious.
You jerks! Hannah! Hannah!
Everyone loves a good practical joke, as proven in interactive horror drama Until Dawn, where nothing bad ever arises from a prank. Except when it does. Even with practical jokes only occasionally causing the semi-accidental deaths of their friends, you'd think the cast of Until Dawn would have learned to steer clear, just to be on the safe side. And yet, there's a pretty mean jump-scary prank right in the opening part of the game. After the intro credits have rolled, you're in control of a bunch of young adults as they return to the lodge where the previously referenced dead friends were last seen alive for a kind of death anniversary party. Yeah, I would have turned down that invite. All the guests are understandably on edge as they arrive at Blackwood Mountain, freaking out at every little noise.
What the hell?
Jess, hey!
Jessica, over here!
But one partygoer is super keen to generate yet more fear in this cold and dark horror forest as Emily and Matt make their way across a bridge.
I mean, what do you think?
Jesus! Michael, you're a jerk.
I'm with Emily, you're a jerk. Fortunately, Mike is paid back and then some for scaring the crap out of Emily and us, thanks to Jess.
Promise I won't murder you when I...
A spooky mask.
This is not funny.
And a shower curtain.
God damn it, get
Not so funny when it's you now, is it, Mike? Well, you deserve it. Wow, okay, maybe you didn't deserve that one.
Silent Hill is a horror game that sees you trapped in a ghoulish place full of nightmarish cruelty where all humanity is forsaken. School. Specifically, Midwich Elementary, an institution protagonist Harry Mason finds himself exploring in his bid to find his missing daughter Cheryl. In many ways, the monster-filled Midwich Elementary has all the fixtures of a regular school. Classrooms, a little music practice area, some dodgy artwork on the walls. Oh, and there's always someone crying in the toilets. But things get much freakier when you find the locker room. Get ready to tense up, because as you'll immediately hear, something's clearly alive in one of these lockers, and not just those unwashed gym shorts we accidentally left in there over the summer. Oh god, what nightmare monster is this? Yeah, your nerves just got shredded by nothing more than a harmless feline. Thanks, Silent Hill, you total jerk. Although it sounds like the cat might be getting its own jump scare right about now. Ew! As if making you wet yourself over a trapped cat wasn't mean enough, Silent Hill has the temerity to put you back in a nightmare version of this same locker room later on. Except now the rattling locker is soaked with gore. This isn't going to be good. Oh, thank God. It was nothing. F*** you, game.
Turn on the heat. This is Penguin's turf, you freak. I'm gonna cut you up into tiny pieces for breaking in here.
Batman's whole deal is that he wants to strike fear into the hearts of criminals. But often they end up trying their best to strike fear into the heart of him. The Batman Arkham series is full of blood-freezing jump scares set up by Batman's enemies, or jump scares that just are Batman's enemies. Yikes. But there's one scare in Arkham City that doesn't quite fit the bill. Upon finding that the Penguin is hiding out in the Cyrus Pinckney Institute for Natural History, Batman heads over there. It's mildly annoying then that the security gate closes as you approach it, but it's all good as Batman can easily hack the gate open with the password dinosaur. Hey, that's really cute for a Natural History Museum themed password, but also really obvious, and it's no wonder that the Penguin broke in. So off you trot past the gate into the museum and... Ah! Turns out this museum has a huge animatronic T-Rex, and for some reason they thought it would be delightful if it roared in the face of people as they came in. We mean, the animatronic is cool and all, but let's not forget that this is a city terrorised by costumed villains so often that I'd imagine that they'd spend their whole life on edge and wouldn't find this very funny. What are you going to do next? Put an actual man-eating shark in your Dangers of the Deep exhibit? Yeah, what? Jeez, okay, I want my entry fee back.
Stay away.
Playing Resident Evil 7 will leave your nerves as raw as the dinner you're forced to eat at the beginning of the game. Sir, I think that might need a few more minutes on the grill. This is because Resident Evil 7 is a horror game that absolutely bloody loves scaring you witless with surprise encounters with the game's cast of nightmarish enemies. With absolutely no way to steel yourself for these sudden, often deadly jump scares, moving through the terrifying Baker residence becomes a blood pressure raising exercise in tension as you wait miserably for your next dose of jump scare horror. Expect to shuffle anxiously through more or less the entire game, never sure when or where the unhinged Baker family will attack next. You only know that terror could strike from behind any door or partway through any sentence.
I got you! Don't you worry none!
Partway through any sentence is where I was going with that, Mrs. Baker. But to be fair to Resident Evil 7, when it does make you jump, it's normally with something you very much should be scared of. So, while you might be shivering in fear for most of the game, you'll rarely feel like a mug for doing so. We say rarely because Resident Evil 7, it turns out, is not above a fake-out jump scare. One notably terrifying example is found on the second floor of the Baker old house.
Oh, God. I guess this is it.
You will be creeping around up here in search of serum ingredients, or at least I think that's the objective. I can't be sure because frankly, I was too scared to pay attention when I was being told what to— Oh my God, what the hell was that? I wasn't sure at the time because I threw my controller through the TV, but I checked an online guide and it turns out those were inanimate dolls. Yep, the thing that just flooded your body with enough adrenaline to kill an elephant was in fact just 3 damaged child's dolls falling randomly and harmlessly from the ceiling, and not an enemy at all. Thanks Resident Evil 7, although maybe congrats are in order for cooking up probably the only scenario imaginable in which dolls with smashed in faces falling from the ceiling isn't the thing you need to worry about. Unless maybe you were in an old doll factory and the ceiling vents were dangerously under-maintained and... No, I've got nothing.
Yes. Terminus Hotel. Room 899.
In the Hitman series, you play as Ultimate Assassin and Pro Suit Wearer Agent 47. To take out your targets, you must be stealthy and cunning, often hiding in plain sight. In fact, you usually earn the greatest rewards for never being seen in the first place, disposing of your mark before they even knew they were dead. But in Hitman Absolution, there's something that sneaks up on you instead. To reach your target in the dilapidated Terminus Hotel, you need to infiltrate the building and reach the top floor. Annoyingly, you can't take the lift all the way up, on account of a bunch of heavily armed guards basically closing off the entire level to stop people like you from murdering their boss. Oh man, look, what if we promise we won't murder him? Pinky swear. Within stabbing distance. It's up to you to find some stairs, and annoyingly, every set seems to be covered with guards. However, find a key card hidden in a room full of shoes. We didn't ask, and you can dance a delicate ballet to get into a completely guard-free stairway.
Okay.
Brilliant, you think to yourself. I found a safe route up to my prey. Nothing can bother me here. Now I'm just going to slip through this door and... Yeah, no better! Damn it. Well, I guess I'm going to have to scratch Silent Assassin off my business cards. Just got those printed.
This is the restroom. It's for everyone, so make sure you keep it clean. Even I'm house trained after all.
Mascots have always terrified me ever since that '98 semi-final when Bucky the Wirral FC squirrel got his tail caught in that t-shirt cannon. Every night I hear the screams. But there is one good thing about mascots, and that's that they're usually at least one sports field away from you at all times, well within your eye line and unlikely to catch you unawares. Unless that is you happen to work in Astral Chain's Ark Police Department, the group responsible for keeping the remnants of humanity safe from extra-dimensional chimeras, who periodically show up to wreak havoc on the city. That's because Ark PD is home to Lappy, a roughly 9-foot-tall dog mascot with blank, unfocused eyes and a big flopping tongue.
Pleased to meet you, partner. You can call me Lappy.
The distinctly unnerving Lappy is in charge of public relations for the police force, which presumably means it's his job to hold press conferences explaining to the public why chimera attacks are intensifying, perhaps suggesting citizens play his official video game to distract themselves.
Press the A button to give children red balloons.
Yeah, like, you know, Pennywise the Clown. Despite being a cuddly mascot, Lappy displays a bizarre passion for jump scares, repeatedly freaking out his task force colleagues for literally no reason, as you'll find out when you take Lappy up on his seemingly innocent offer to tour the department.
This here is where we keep the technical division.
Jeez, Lappy, we're on the 7th list item here. I'd have loved to finish this without a heart attack. Sadly, a heart attack is exactly what Lappy seems intent on making happen. Oh well, hey, at least you're in the infirmary already.
Hey, you're not hurt, are ya?
Lappy further catches you off guard in the lockers,
This here's the Neuron Locker Room.
and in the break room,
This is the break room, where dog-tired members of Neuron come to catch their breath.
and if you thought these repeated freakouts could be accidental on Lappy's part, well, this high-concept double feint jump scare in the command room puts the lie to that.
Bet you're wondering what this is, right? Well, this is the Legatus Terminal. If you connect your Legatus, you can change your Legion's colors.
Lappy, please! I'm so tired. Finally, if you're wondering who's beneath that oversized head, well, Lappy is portrayed by one Marie Wentz, a fellow police officer who, when not terrifying her colleagues, fills her time bringing stray cats into the station or filing paperwork. Which, to be fair, there must be a lot of once you factor in HR complaints against Marie herself. Shame on the unit.
Enjoy your training.
Oh, see, it's another jump scare, but it was just me. It's all
Jeez.
fine. Sorry, Luke.
Ah,
So you're right.
no!
It's fine. I'll get you hot chocolate later. I'm sorry.
If you would.
Yeah. Can you think at home of any other jump scares that actually turned out to be nothing at all, and you breathed a sigh of relief, but also slight resentment towards the game whenever they happened? Let us know in the comments down below. And if you would like to see some more spooky videos this week, up here we've got a video of me looking at spiders in video games and judging as to how horrifying they are. And then over on Outside Xbox, there's some horrifying things made even more horrifying because it's in first person. So that's an actual scary thing. So 2 actual scary things after not actually scary jump scares. And subscribe. Bye.